Welcome traders to my YouTube channel. Now today again we are going to analyze Nifty and Bank Nifty. If you are seeing the today's Nifty trend, then you know that how did Nifty move today? Well, Nifty started with a gap up, then it moved up, then again it has fallen down, then again it moved up, then it has fallen down somewhat, and that's how it ended. Well, how did Bank Nifty move? It did the same thing also. So you must have seen the synchronization between Nifty and Bank Nifty. Means it is like father and child relation. Means maybe there is a point difference. Means the change in point is more for Bank Nifty. But if you see the overall move, then Nifty and Bank Nifty almost move simultaneously, means in synchronization. Let's do the chart analysis and find out our support and resistance. Once we find out our support and resistance, we are going to do open interest and change in open interest analysis, and we are going to find out support and resistance from that also. Well, there will be multiple support and resistance from change in open interest and open interest of Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. Here on the screen you can see the Nifty chart. I have opened 15 minutes candle Nifty chart. If you will be seeing this chart, then you will be able to say that Nifty support is at 13,129. This is the support. Why it is support? Well, because at this line Nifty has touched multiple times, and once this line has been broken, Nifty has moved up. Well, where is the resistance? Well, you cannot determine the resistance based on this chart because there is no point where Nifty has touched multiple times. There maybe you can draw one point here, but here only Nifty touches only twice. In second time it didn't even touch it. So you cannot say that it is a strong resistance. So this is not the resistance. So I'll be taking the resistance 300 point of the support. So that will be your resistance. Now let's analyze Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty support is at 29,890. And what will be the resistance? Well, there is one line where Nifty touched actually multiple times. So if you will see the point, well, this line is at 13,126. Well, at that line Nifty touched thrice. So it is still not strong resistance, but it is resistance. So immediate support and resistance you can see from the graph. Now we have seen the Nifty and Bank Nifty graphs, and you must have seen how Nifty moved, what is the support and resistance based on this graph. Well, then you must be thinking, why did market go down today? Who moved the market? Means who moved the market positively? Who moved the market negatively? Means which was the stock and why did it move actually? Now let's dive into it and do the detailed analysis. So here on the screen you can see the market movers, whichever moved greater than 3% or less than negative 3%. Well, I did my analysis and I was able to come up with only one name. Well, Ultratech Cement only moved 3.06%. Well, none of the stock moved more than 3% today apart from Ultratech Cement, and none of the stock moved negative less than 3%. So I could not find any market movers who moved the Nifty or Bank Nifty negatively. This was the only stock which moved the market positively, and it has gained 3.06%. Well, why did it gain? Today there was an investor meeting actually. So BNP Paribas Investment Partners and Sundaram Asset Management. Well, these both were the investors, and there was some meeting held. So maybe there was some decision has been taken about this Ultratech Cement. That may be the reason this stock moved upside. Well, if you'll see another reason, then you will be able to find out by graph that it was consolidating for a while, and now today it broke out. Now let's move to the next, which is upcoming meetings. So well, these are the meetings which are being held tomorrow. So if you will see here on 9th there is an annual general meeting for these 5 companies, and here the KC Limited where dividend book closure will be done tomorrow. Now let's move to the next events. Well, these are the events. If you will see here, these are the events on 11th of December and 14th of December. So it is not the tomorrow's event, but still we have to keep these events in mind. Now let's move to the next, which is our index and VIX. So if you see the index and VIX, then you will be able to see that VIX, well, VIX is 18.62, which is low. So if VIX is less than 25, it means that market volatility is less and you can make money by selling option. Well, now let's talk about Nifty and Bank Nifty. If you see the Bank Nifty made a high of 13,435. It has made a low of 13,311.05 and has ended up with 13,392.95. Percentage wise, it changed 0.28%, and overall point it moved 37.20. So still Nifty ended up positively. If you see the Bank Nifty, well, Bank Nifty made a high of 30,363.80 and low of 30,025.20, and it has ended up at 30,261.90. Well, if you see the percentage wise change, then it is 0.17%, and overall point wise change is 50.35. Now let's move to the next, which is our Nifty open interest. So here you can see put has been sold more than calls. Well, there is not a much difference, so this might be the case. That's why market took the reversal. There was no clear idea between sellers and buyers that who were dominating. So that's why both of the parts were trying to dominate, and they did dominate for a while, and thereafter buyers only took over and they have dominated overall market, and they have made the Nifty ended up positively. Now if you'll see the change in OI, means today's market, then call has been sold more than put. Today's scenario was bearish. It means Nifty was supposed to go down, and the people who are trading today, they have sold more call than put. If you see this change in open interest analysis, well, it indicates tomorrow point of view as well. Tomorrow Nifty might be going down because put doesn't have much of the contracts which can support Nifty to go up. So definitely if open interest at the call side increases, then change in open interest is already on the side of bearish market view. Now let's analyze Bank Nifty open interest. If you'll see the Bank Nifty open interest, then put has been sold more than call. It means market was supposed to go up as per the weekly analysis. Now let's see what today market did actually. Well, call has been sold more than put. So this both the graph are saying contradictory scenario. It means today market was bearish and weekly the market is bullish. So again, there is no clear cut picture, but tomorrow if this total change in OI dominate, means whatever market point of view about the market today investor had or traders had, it might affect the market tomorrow, and tomorrow it may take a U-turn and it may go negative, because still the difference between the put and call options in Bank Nifty is a little bit high, so it will be very difficult to move Bank Nifty negatively. Now let's see the next, which is Nifty open interest distribution. Well, this open interest distribution will help us find out support and resistance. We are also going to find out support 1, support 2 and support 3, and resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3. Well, why this is necessary? Because if we see the open interest, then wherever the majority of the open interest is there, means large value of open interest is there, it means there most of the call or most of the put has been sold. It means if the most of the call has been sold, it means their resistance lies, and most of the open interest value at put side called support. So based on that, if you'll see the analysis, then you'll be able to see that support is at 13,200 and the resistance is at 13,500. Well, these are the support 1 and resistance 1. Where will be our support 2 and resistance 2? Well, if you go further down, there is not much difference between 13,200 and 13,000. So 13,000 is the support 2. Where is resistance 2? Well, resistance 2 is at 13,600. Because there is not much difference between 13,500 open interest and 13,600 open interest. Well, now let's analyze Nifty change in open interest and find out where the support and resistance lies. Well, if you see here, then you will be able to say that support is at 13,400 and the resistance is at 13,700. If you see this change in open interest graph alone, then you will be able to say, okay, Nifty might be bullish because it is currently trading near 13,400 and still it is showing that I will go up. So these are the support and resistance based on the change in open interest. Now let's see another Bank Nifty open interest distribution. If you'll see the Bank Nifty open interest distribution, then you will be able to say that support is at 30,000 and the resistance is at 30,500. Well, it is a close range. Why it is close range? Because expiry is near. Once you go near to the expiry, support and resistance gap becomes less and less in Nifty as well as in Bank Nifty. Well, where is support 2? Support 2 is at 29,500. There is not much difference of open interest contracts between 29,500 and 29,000. So you can take any of this as support 2 based on your view. Well, you can take support 2 as a 29,500 and the support 3 as 29,000. If you see the resistance, well, resistance is at 30,500. Where is resistance 2? Well, resistance 2 is at 31,000. Well, if you see the difference of the open interest, then there is not much difference between 30,500 and 31,000. There is a speculation in the market that Bank Nifty might go up. That's why people have a different opinion. Means the open interest where they are making the positions is little bit debatable. That's why it is happening. Now let's move to the Bank Nifty change in open interest and find out where the support and resistance lie as per the today's scenario, as per the traders move of today. So if you'll see here, then support you can say at 30,200 and the resistance as at 30,800. So 800 point gap is there. What happened in today's market, you already know that it was going down and suddenly it has gone up. So it may be indicating that it was just a retracement. But tomorrow, watch for the news. Watch this Nifty and Bank Nifty index closely. Tomorrow it might be possible that Nifty or Bank Nifty might take a reversal because it has given a hint today. Now let's move to the next, which is our FII and DII cash activity. If you see the FII DII's cash activity, as usual, DIIs are selling and FIIs are buying. Even though they have reduced some positions today, but still they are buying. And if you see the difference between buying and selling, today the difference was not that much huge. That's why the market moved up and down. Means earlier this FII tried to take this market up, then DII wanted market to go down. That's why they have put their money and they took the market down. Then once it was going down, again FII put their pressure and they took the market up. But still they could not move market much. And if you see the difference between FII DII's activity, well, it is cash, means equity. In equity, then it is not a much difference. So tomorrow, let's see who dominates and where the market goes. Now let's move to the next, which is FII future and option activities. If you see the FII future and option activities, then on 8th of December, FII sold most of the stocks, or you can say on 7th, they did the selling activities, but today they have reduced their positions. If you see this graph in cash what they did? Well, they have reduced their positions, but still they tried to dominate in the market. That's why they have reduced the positions and they have keep it at that level where it can be more than DII's positions. So still they have reduced the positions. Their view about the market is market has reached to the saturation and now it is supposed to go down. If you see here also, then negative positions, means they were thinking that we can take the market down, but again they did change their view and today they have reduced the positions on selling side. So let's see, actually it is coming to near zero. So tomorrow what they think and where the market goes. Now let's move to the next, which is final support and resistance. This is my favorite part. Here we put down every figure and find out final support and resistance. First we'll be talking about daily and monthly FIIs and DIIs activity. If you see the cash segment, equity segment, then FIIs daily they have bought and month till date also they were buying. In last month also they were buying. And if you see the DIIs, they're continuously selling, and month till date also they were selling. If you see the F&O, it's future and option market. In future and option also FIIs are selling, and month till date in options FIIs are buying. So maybe it might take U-turn and Nifty might go down based on this FII DII analysis, change in open interest analysis as well. Now let's move to the next and find out our final support and resistance. Well, we have drawn the support and resistance on chart and we have found out 13,129 was the support and we took the resistance 300 point above, so which is 13,429. Well, if you see the final support and resistance for the Nifty, then it is 13,129 is the support and resistance is 13,700. And if you see the final support of the Bank Nifty, well, final support of the Bank Nifty is at 29,890 and resistance is at 31,000. So these are the support and resistance. Based on this analysis, I am daily taking trade and I am updating these trades on my Telegram group. If you are interested to see my daily trades, my daily profit and loss, and where I am squaring of the positions, where I am taking new positions, then definitely you should go and join my Telegram channel. I am posting my P&L as well daily, so that there you can see what profit I am making or what loss I am making daily. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and consider subscribing this channel.